All right. What is up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of the Help Me Understand podcast. Per the usual, I'm your host, Coach J.K. McLeod. We are kicking off episode number 292, and this is a weekly dose of good news and gratitude episode of the Help Me Understand podcast. If you are new to listening to Help Me Understand, first, welcome. And also, what we typically do around here, and by we, I mean I, because it's a solo pod for the most part. What we typically do around here is we take one episode per week, typically on Thursdays or Fridays, and we share a few pieces of good news and or gratitude that came via my Instagram inbox. I will usually put up a question sticker and ask for folks to help me spread some good news and gratitude, something that's happened for them recently, a recent win, something that they are just thankful for. Typically, that'll be on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you should. It's at Coach JK McLeod. That link will be in the show notes. If you'd like to participate, you can always shoot me a DM, even if it's off cycle. You don't have to wait for the box, or you can shoot me an email, jk@jkmcleod.com. The whole purpose of the weekly dose of good news and gratitude is to hopefully remind you and myself, quite honestly, that regardless of everything negative that may be going on, may not be going on, might be coming across your feed, maybe not coming across your feed, all sorts of stuff like that, just knowing that there are real people like you and me that are out there who are still experiencing moments of gratitude and have good things happening for them, regardless of big, medium, small, large, extra small, whatever it might be. So with that being said, I have 3 pieces of good news and gratitude to share with you today. Actually 4, because one of them is going to be mine. So 2 of these are coming via the Instagram sticker. One of them is coming from a Threads post that I asked the individual after they shared if I could share their good news on the podcast. And then, we'll just get right into it. This will be a quickie. So first, a couple of submissions from Instagram. So I asked to share a piece of good news or gratitude that the person has experienced recently. So one of the submissions says, I witnessed 89 fifth graders from 6 schools from 3 states compete in a Greek pentathlon. That sounds absolutely legit and sounds really, really hard too. I forgot exactly what events were included in the pentathlon, and I definitely just had a flashback. Those who are within my, I was going to say tax bracket, definitely not the right phrase. Those who are within my age bracket might remember Dan versus Dave. I think it was a Nike. Was it Nike or Reebok? I can't remember which company, but it was this massive promotion or ad campaign around the Olympics. And I think one of them was either was doing the biathlon, pentathlon, or I can't remember what the other thing was. Anyways, let's get back to the point. This particular person is expressing gratitude for being able to witness 89. That's a lot of 5th graders from 6 schools from 3 states compete in a Greek pentathlon. And if I remember correctly, based on a follow-up that they sent, they were actually a judge for that particular event. So one, thank you for participating in the lives of our young folks. Always think that is impressive. And 2, that is pretty awesome. So congratulations to those students who participated in that. Always love to see folks being active. So thank you for submitting that. Another piece of good news and gratitude that was submitted was from someone who said, I ran a half marathon last weekend. Man, props to you. I say man because I know this is a man who submitted this particular one. So congratulations, props to you. This is someone who sometimes we have a little bit of back and forth just very, very occasionally through the IG DM. So definitely appreciate him submitting this particular piece of good news and gratitude. So props to you on running a half marathon. That is no joke, and just keep on running. So enjoy that. All right. One piece of good news and gratitude. We're down to 3 out of 4 things. This is one that was posted on Threads. This was actually a couple of a couple of weeks ago, and I'll actually explain why I took a little bit of a break here in just a moment. What she posted said, "Today I told a student that I was proud of her hard work and academic growth. She said, I didn't do it alone. Be proud of yourself too. I went to my classroom and cried." And I asked her if I could share this on the podcast. And she said, absolutely yes, or something along those lines. So I just wanted to say, one, thank you to that individual for being willing to share that experience. And two, props to that student and even whoever is involved in the development of that student as an individual, because for them to have the wherewithal to recognize the contribution, so take credit and recognize the contribution of others to their success, that is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to read it one more time. This was a teacher, I believe. She said, "Today I told a student that I was proud of her hard work and academic growth. She said, I didn't do it alone. Be proud of yourself too. I went to my classroom and cried." So thanks for sharing that with us. And I just want to give a blanket big thank you to anyone who's involved in just the education, the care, whether it's from the academic side, the social emotional support side, the maintenance side, whatever it might be. There's a lot of unsung heroes. I think a lot of people who do a lot of work behind the scenes when it comes to keeping our kids of all ages safe and productive and learning. So appreciate that. All right. So to finish it off, my piece of gratitude is going to be just safe travels. As of when this episode is being recorded and released, I am fresh off of a road trip to see my parents who live about 600 plus ish miles away from where I live in Illinois, and they live in Alabama. So was able to spend some time with them, also able to spend some time with my daughter who is in school in that area too. So that is my gratitude. My gratitude is being able to safely make that drive there, spend some productive time, and then safely make the drive back, and to find everyone here safe, happy, healthy, all that good stuff. So that is my piece of gratitude. So that also, for those who maybe were thinking like, man, I missed the last week's Good News and Gratitude episode, I purposefully took a short amount of time, about a week or so, to recharge from regularly putting out content for a couple of different reasons. One, I wanted to take a break from putting out content. And two, I knew that a very big focus for the month of May was going to be putting out more content than I ever have before within a, let's call it 30-day period. So over the next 30 days, the amount of content that will be coming out from me across multiple platforms, whether it be the podcast, whether it be my email list, my Instagram, and those are the three avenues. There's going to be more than I've put out. I can't remember a time that I would have put out as much as about to go in the next month here. So have taken some time to really gather some ideas together, put pen to paper, or I should say put finger to keyboard, and start building a decent amount of that. So we're pumping out. May is content month for your boy, Coach JK. So if you are not already following me on socials, which would be primarily Instagram at Coach JK McLeod, then you should. If you're not on my email list, then you should be. The link to join that is in my Instagram bio. That link will be changing soon. So if you have any issues or anything like that, definitely feel free to reach out to me. You can always email me to jk@jkmcleod.com. So we will, during the month of May, we'll be back in our regular groove, regular rhythm here with 2 episodes per week. One being a weekly dose of good news and gratitude, one being primarily fitness focused. And then we always leave the door open to add additional episodes, have additional conversations. Haven't had a guest in a while, so that will likely be on the list for May. All right, so if you've stuck around this long, hey, I appreciate you. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Help Me Understand podcast, especially this Good News and Gratitude episode. Just remember that regardless of all of the potentially negative things that are coming your way and that you potentially are experiencing in tough days, tough weeks, all that stuff, don't want to pretend like that stuff doesn't happen. And also take a moment to acknowledge that there likely is still something out there to be grateful for. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. All right. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye now.